From the playground to the pros, basketball is woven into the fabric of our society, and it's so much more than a game. The players at any age, at any level, make an impact on young kids worldwide, an impact that can last a lifetime. Growing up, I idolized my dad and the player that he was. Bob Peterson was a star in Minneapolis in the early 1950s. 6'11" and athletic. I spent hours paging through his scrapbooks, black and white images symbolizing his success. He played against the legendary Bob Pettit in the North-South High School All-American Classic. He also gave NBA's first-grade big man George Mikan a handful in pickup games. I proudly wore his All-Star jersey throughout middle school. One of my dad's idols was the great Bill Russell, and like him, I was focused on big men in the game. For me, it was Wilt and Kareem. I loved Wilt's blend of power and force and his underrated footwork. In Kareem, I took the intellect and the finesse. My dad gave me his old worn-out leather basketball, and I wore out even more, emulating the most dominant big men in the early 70s. I studied these guys like a book and even developed my own skyhook. At about the same time, I was influenced by a future All-American at the University of Minnesota. Before there was a pro basketball team in town, the Gophers were the show, and their sweet Georgia Brown pregame warm-up attracted all of our attention.
I think the Gopher fast break is the best in the country.
Mike Thompson had a way of stripping away the opponent's veneer.
He was smooth and graceful, and on the verge of becoming the most dominant player in college basketball. Whether it was honing my game in the gym, shoveling the driveway for some winter work, or jamming on my Nerf hoop, I dreamed of being Michael Thompson. Then in his sophomore year, I got to meet him, and his joyful personality was a ringing endorsement for bells. So much so that I wore number 43 throughout my pro career, and Michael has become like a big brother to me to this day.
Back to Peterson.
As a high schooler, when I was playing for St. Louis Park, I added the doctor on my list of inspiring players. The 1970s were a period of individual expression and freedom. This was best exemplified on the court by Julius Irving.
And there is Julius Irving. Look at that move behind the back. Oh!
When he led the 76ers to the NBA Finals in 1977, it changed my life. His giant hands and giant hair, flamboyant style and rim-rocking dunks, the deep voice and classy interviews, I was immersed in it all. Who would think just a few years later I would get to face him on an NBA court?
I think that this game was different because it took a whole different type of effort.
Finally, my basketball idols would come full circle when, as an adult and a parent, I got to watch in awe as my son rose to play Division I college basketball and play professionally. Sanjay Lumpkin impressed me with his hard work, attention to detail, and basketball instincts. He took full responsibility of his career and reached incredible heights. I'm so proud to call him my son. Even though I got to play alongside Ralph in the Dream, I got to go head-to-head with Kevin McHale and dunk on Bird. From running with TMC to calling games on TV, my best memories are from All-Americans and All-Stars, a father and a son. Who I am today, the player and the person, is a result of these influences and inspirations, and a big part of why I love this game.